So welcome everyone, and this particular session is for understanding what are the ad hoc commands and why we need them in the first place, right? So let's go. And so in the last lecture we had created nodes EC2 instances, and we had installed the Ansible package in one of the EC2 instances, right? So that's it. So our Ansible was running in one of the package, and if we can check that, okay, if we can check, we are able to run Ansible hyphen version here, okay, and yeah, it is installed, right? Now let us understand what is the ad hoc command, okay. Let us understand what is the ad hoc command here. So let me just tell you what are the Ansible ad hoc commands. So you can think of ad hoc commands are like a command line utility by using which you can directly communicate with your slaves. So let's say if you want to reboot your slaves, let's assume that as an example. So in that scenario, you won't be going back to your playbook again and writing one task for restarting your VM. So or let's say if you want to just check the connectivity, if your client's machine are available or not, so you won't go and bother to write a playbook for that, right? So ad hoc commands are nothing but command line utility which you can use, which Ansible master can use to communicate with its client, okay. So and it uses the Ansible binary, yeah. So yeah, that's a fact, right? So how and why do we need? So as I have mentioned, right? Like when you want to do some task that is like just one liner, or let's say it's just like installing some uh, small package, maybe, or maybe rebooting your servers, or it might be testing if your client machine is available or not. Okay, so how do we gonna write this Ansible playbook, uh, this Ansible ad hoc command? So there is a syntax that we use. So as you can see here, the first thing is Ansible, and second thing is pattern, third thing is m-m, that is the option for module, then you give the module name, and then you give -a, that is the options or the arguments that the module will accept. For that you have to understand what this particular pattern means, okay. So let's go ahead and talk more about what is the inventory first, okay. To run the ad hoc command, you need to understand the inventories, okay. Now understanding inventory itself I will be covering in depth. Like there are lots of parameters that you need to we need to take care of while writing an inventory. So let's just create one sample inventory here, okay. So I'm creating one file, inventory, and in here I'm just adding some node name, okay. I'm just saying, let's say this is my web servers, okay. Don't worry, don't bother about it, I'll be covering the Ansible inventory in details, okay. So just add your instances. So I'm just adding the IP address of my instances. So that is my first instance, and let me add my second instance, okay. So just add any public IP from here. So let's add it, okay. So once you add this thing, let's save it. So how does your inventory look? My inventory have just the IP addresses of my slave machines, okay. So as I was talking, how what is the pattern basically, okay. So first thing is Ansible, okay. Then when you have to use your inventory, you have to give the -i option, and then you can specify your inventory name, so that is -i inventory. After that, once this is done, you have to specify -m option for module, right? -m. And in this particular scenario, I'm just using ping as a module, okay. So ping is one of the module. You can check, okay, you can check ping module Ansible, okay. If you search this thing, you will find that it is a built-in module, right? It is built-in module that Ansible understand. When you say ping, it is built-in module, right? After that, so in here, if let's say you want to talk with all the servers, okay, you want to talk with all the servers, so I'm giving all here. So as you can understand, Ansible, that is the binary to use. -i means inventory, and in inside inventory I want to communicate with all hosts. Okay, so this is one web server is one group. Okay, so when we will discuss about inventory, you will get what are the groups in inventory and how you can define them. But particularly I'm using all, that means all the hosts listed in this particular inventory file will be affected by using this command. Now what I'm providing hyphen n, that is module name, and I am providing ping. So I'm just testing if mm, my Ansible master is able to reach to my node client machine. Okay, okay, so it is asking some permission. All right, okay, okay, so another one is saying permission to SSH key failed, right? All right, okay, so now, so this happened because we did not accept the permission. Like when you accept some file for the, when there is one connection that happens, the passwordless connection. So first time it asks for like, do you really want to connect, and also that's what we are doing here. So if you think, if you check, if you can check here, now it is able to reach to the client machines. Okay, so you can see it has reached to this particular client machine, it has done ping pong, it is successful and all. So we will all discuss this output in details, but for now, as I mentioned, why we are discussing the ad hoc command and what are the ad hoc commands. So as we have seen, ad hoc commands are nothing but a basic command line utility to talk with your client machine. So yeah, it can be used to, you know, reboot your machines, and yeah, all those steps that I mentioned. After that, we just checked how we can use some the ad hoc command for checking the connection, right? So that's all about this session. Once we join in new session, I'll be explaining more about how this hyphen a can be, hyphen a, that is argument, can be used. All right, so yeah, that's it for this session. Thank you.